Mostly everything that I saw on the blogs were spooky games, which if you go to our Discord, I've added a bunch of different games to the spooky thread. Some older games like The Medium.
Yeah.
That's a super spooky game. Dead by Daylight, if you're into those arena games, that one's super cool. And it's spooky. My favorite character to play as in Dead by Daylight is Freddy Krueger. Big surprise. That's mostly what I saw is them announcing like play these spooky games.
I'll drop something right here because Xbox had a big showcase this weekend.
Oh right, at New York Comic Con.
Just real
Yeah.
quick, there was this announcement trailer for a mobile game, Marvel Mystic Mayhem, coming to a phone near you, and it looks, I don't know, entertaining and cool if you need a phone tappy game to play. But it's got all the Marvel characters. This trailer doesn't actually show any gameplay, or it shows very little gameplay, which makes me think it's going to be just very phone game, you know? Some
Speaking
sweet
of
looking
mobile
armor
games,
sets on all the characters in this game, so there's that.
I'll go through these really quickly because there was a bunch that went through and
Okay.
yeah, just tell me whatever catches your eye. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, the Control, yeah, Alan Wake they got a new DLC because Alan Wake is connected to Control, another great game.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess they're getting a multiplayer sort of mode going on. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, Alan Wake. It's got a new DLC. Chronos: The New Dawn. This is different. This is something new. I have no idea, but it looks pretty cool. I watched the trailer and it's like very scary alien type. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Pirate Yakuza. So if you ever played the Yakuza games, there's Majimi who is kind of like a silly character and he's got an eye patch. So now he's a pirate.
Nice.
He's awesome. He's pretty silly. He's kind of like the comic relief of the series.
Didn't somebody just say something about wanting a pirate game the other day? Wasn't it Matt? Matt, didn't you say something?
I did see a comment on X that said, "Yo, for everybody like wanting a sequel to Assassin's Creed 4, the pirate Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
This game is going to eat its lunch. This is what you've been waiting for."
Nice.
So there's that one. Let's see. Animal Well is now on Xbox. I played Animal Well. Animal Well is fantastic. It's such a great side-scroller, puzzler, Metroidvania game. Let's see. Blind Fire. I saw a little bit of this. It's kind of like a multiplayer, just kind of one of those games,
Yeah, first person.
It looks good. I like the art style.
Looks like laser tag.
Yep.
Wow.
Mouse PI for hire. You remember how Mickey Mouse went into public domain?
Yeah.
Just like last year. So then this is the game that came out for it.
Oh, and it's also a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it looks really, really crazy and fun. I definitely want it to come out on PS5.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, really.
Mouse PI for hire looks really, really good. Legend of Babbo. This looks like a really cool artistic game. I don't know too much about it, but it looks like a really cool adventure game. You got a big doggo as your companion, so I'm into it.
A doggy.
A doggy. Let's see. Eden Zero is coming. Anime game. Don't know much about it. Looks okay. Eternal Strands. Don't know much about that.
Action game
Mistfall.
with heavy nature elements, fighting with fire, ice, and a giant sword.
Yeah, it could be good.
It sounds like Devil May Cry. What was that other one? Enchanted Arms? I can't remember. But yeah, it smells like that.
It smells like that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Let's see. I'm on Mistfall Hunter.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah, it looks like a Souls-like. Just,
Oh, no.
yeah, beat him up.
I can't do those Souls games, man. I can't do it. My stepson is trying to get me to play Elden Ring. Like every time I walk into the game room, he's like, Matt, you've got to try Elden Ring. Play Elden Ring with me. And I'm just like, buddy, I can't do. I hate, like, the only time I have ever rage quit and thrown my controller across the room was playing Dark Souls 2. Like, I never do that. I never get so upset that I throw my controller, but I did that with Dark Souls 2.
You're tilted.
Yeah, I realized that I can't play those games, and he's just like,
Yeah.
he's like, Matt, you gotta play it. You gotta play it, and it's like, I want to connect with my stepson, but I
Not
can't
like
play
this.
it. Not not like this.
Hey, man.
Gotta be another game we can play.
I don't know. I love it. I love those games because you try and you try and you try and you know.
It's got to be a glutton for punishment sort of thing, man. Like,
But once you do it, once you beat the boss, once you do it, it's like the best feeling in the world. I guarantee you.
I'm sure that there's like this dopamine rush that goes into you as soon as you beat the boss. But I got to tell you, I play video games for story. I watch movies for story. I'm big into the stories. I'm not into getting my ass handed to me over and over and over again. Because I suck at video games. I've said this on multiple Jolts.
Or
I
on
suck
record.
at video games. Yeah, I suck. So I just can't do those Soul Styles games. Or roguelike games. I can't do those either.
See, I like a
I
good
throw those out.
roguelike, but I'm not that into the Souls-like.
Yeah.
I mean, the first Dark Souls, it's one of my top 5. I love that game. And Elden Ring, probably, too.
Of all time?
Of all times.
Okay. Well, since we're on the subject now, what are your top 5 video games of all time?
My top 5 video games of all time?
Yeah.
Number 1 is Super Metroid. Number 2, probably Dark Souls. Number 3, gotta go Castlevania, Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
Number 4, probably, I don't know, Mario Kart, I think. Mario Kart. 64, I mean. Mario Kart 64. And then 5, probably Spyro the Dragon.
Okay. Mike?
My top 5 games, I can't list 5 games right now.
Okay. All right.
5
Well,
games ever of all time?
yeah, your top 5 video games of all time.
I hate picking favorites. Look, the recent Spider-Man series is in there.
Yep.
The Horizon series is in there. And the Just Cause series, those were fantastic.
Those are fun.
Those are fun as hell games. And No Man's Sky. And 4 is enough. 4 is enough.
Okay. I will let you get away with that. You actually mentioned my one, Andreas. My number 1 is Symphony of the Night. I can play. Yeah, when I am sad, when I'm sick, whenever I need a pick me up, I will put in Symphony of the Night, and I love that game so much. But I love the Castlevania games. As much as I say I suck at video games, I'm really good at Castlevania games, which is weird. Because
I love the Metroidvanias. I mean, that's why I said Super Metroid is my favorite game ever.
And that would be on my list too.
Yeah, you know what? Throw that on my. That's my number 5 right there. That's also on my top 5 list. Super Metroid.
I love like Metroid more than like Super Mario, more than Sonic. Metroid is like my favorite franchise, and it's like whenever a new Metroid game comes out, I'm just like.
I wish they would do more Castlevanias because that's me again, big into vampires. So, Mike, what was that Link game or that Zelda game that we used to play in college? Was it Link's Away? No, it wasn't.
The one on 64?
No, the one on Super Nintendo.
Oh, that's Link to the Past, which is put that on my list of top 5. See, now I got 6 on my top 5. See what you've done? See what happens?
We played that all the time in college. I brought my Super Nintendo, and my dorm room was
might be the top of my list actually. Link to the Past might be my favorite game of all time. Now that you've forced me to think about it this much, I think it might be my favorite of all time.
In college, he would come to my dorm room and we would play A Link to the Past.
The last couple of ones I got here are Mistful Hunter.
Yes, Matt doesn't want to play that one because it's a Souls-like. I think that's what got us off on that.
Wheel World. It's a Xbox unveiled a new bicycle racing game.
Nice.
Interesting. I haven't seen this. Wow. It looks fun. It looks really cool. Phasmophobia is coming to Xbox.
Oh no, this is a spooky one, isn't it?
That's the spooky one.
Oh, I remember
Phasmophobia.
hearing
It's
about
where you're
this.
basically like ghost hunters, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that looks not my style, but.
Spooky.
And then I think the big one that they announced is Subnautica 2.
Oh boy.
Subnautica 2. Did you ever
That's
play
exciting. I did
I think-
play this a little bit. I didn't get very far in it,
Yeah.
but I have played it. It's in my Steam library.
It's interesting. I was kind of like shocked that they announced Subnautica 2. Wow.
Yeah, surprising.
Because Subnautica is like that action survival type of horror game where you just gotta survive.
Yeah.
You gotta catch fish. Sometimes a big fish comes up and eats you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Minecraft type of game.
Yeah, survive and build and get better stuff and mine some more resources.
Yeah, and also like if you die, you die. Game
Bastard.
over.
Yeah, I tried that because we were playing Conan a lot, and somebody said it's like Conan but underwater, and I was like, I'll try that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
Pull the chat up on screen a little better for a minute. Toker's talking about his top 5 list: Morrowind, Dark Souls, World of Warcraft, No Man's Sky, and Fallout 2. Excellent. And
Ooh.
Tricky's got No Man's Sky, GTA 5, Chernobylite, Planet Coaster, and that's it. Yeah, 4 is fine. 4 is fine.
Well, no, Tricky did come in and
God
say
of
the
Wars.
God
Yep,
of War.
the God of Wars.
Yep.
I'm just catching up on
Yeah,
it.
God
Yep,
of War.
awesome.
Those are
Awesome.
good lists. Those are good lists.